Hey, why are you still in bed? You should be working on the farm. Get up. Come on. These are the first words in Pumpkin Panic, given to us by Henry, the talking crow. The game describes Henry like this. This little crow seems to like shiny things. Ever since he's been with me, he hasn't stopped finding coins around the farm. Henry then gives us some seeds and tells us to meet him outside. And here's where Henry explains the gameplay loop to us. We go, we plant seeds, we water the seeds, we refill our water bucket, we water the plants again, and then we do this over and over until we eventually harvest the plants that we've planted and watered. It's a pretty simple gameplay loop. And to go along with this, Henry now tells us that if we want to upgrade our tools or buy new resources, we can do it on the workbench, which is in our home. After going and purchasing an upgrade from the workbench, we get back to it. Henry tells us, though, that we have a lantern that we can use and to use it carefully. Exploring around a little bit, we come across a dock. The dock has a fishing spot that we can build and a boat that we need to repair. Seems simple enough, so we get back to watering and picking our plants, and everything is going good. What's that noise? I have to go, and you should hide. And now we find out that this game is going to be a little bit weird. You can see in the corner of the screen that a piece of paper spawns on our wall. Interacting with it, we get this crawler. This monster appears blind, but it can detect any nearby creature with unsettling precision. It moves swiftly on all fours, emitting a loud noise as it passes. After ambushing its prey, it quickly hides among the trees. Eventually, after being ambushed by the monster, there will be a loud siren, signifying that the creature is left. For now, at least. Going around and exploring the farm for a little bit, we come across 4 signs. One says, "Do not touch deers." The other, a silhouette of a deer and a hand trying to feed it that's crossed out. Another one, a crossed out silhouette of a deer. And the last one, the same silhouette of a deer and a hand trying to feed it that's crossed out with the text, "Do not feed deer." I think the game's trying to tell us something here, but I just can't put my finger on what. Going along with the game for a little bit more, we have something interesting happen. While in our cabin, a piece of paper appears on our door. "Follow my song," it says. Eventually, the game turns to night. Our farm is shrouded in darkness. We have a lantern, but limited fuel, so obviously we'll go and just stay in our cabin for the night. One of our candles went out, and then another. When all of our candles go out, a shadow monster decides to come out from under our bed and attack us. We can't stay in the cabin, so we'll have to brave whatever's outside for now. A clown smiling wide, offering us a balloon. We take it, and the clown disappears. Back in the cabin, we look at our notes. Shadow pumpkin. There's something lurking under my bed. It's like a shadow of myself. If I stay inside for too long, it will come, slowly walking towards me. I can feel it draining my energy when it gets close to me. Happy clown. It's a very sinister clown with a really creepy smile. From the darkness of the night, I can hear its eerie melody. I don't know why, but it seems he wants to offer me a red balloon. Being that this one is called a happy clown, surely seems to imply that there's a sad clown with a really big frown, asking us for a red balloon. We give it to him, and he flies away. Daylight comes now, and we walk around the farm for a second to gather more sticks and twigs to build our fishing rod. We also come across something else, a shiny object. We go and build our fishing rod, but in the background of our screen we can see something terrifying. A deer, slowly walking towards us. But it's okay, because we remember all the signs that are scattered around the farm. Don't feed the deer. Don't touch the deer. Don't feed the deer. Don't touch the deer. It's not worth it. Just don't. Fuck it. We're gonna touch the deer. I guess we can't touch the deer. I really wish somebody would warn us about that next time, like put up a sign or something. Sad clown. I've come across another clown, but this one is sad. His crying echoes in the darkness, filling the air with a sad melody. I think he lost his balloon. Maybe I could give him another. When deer go. At first glance, it looks like a cute and innocent deer, but as I get closer, it transforms into a terrifying creature. Its relentless walking is a dangerous threat, especially at night. And now, with all of that out of the way, we can do some other things like catching fish, buying new plants to take care of, and eventually we can come across things like this frog. The frog's name is Puddles, and he's described as this. I met a friendly frog near the water. It seems like its vision isn't very good, but it's willing to help me carry more water. What a sweet frog he is. There are more pets that you can get throughout the game, but we'll get to that more in the second half of the video. For now, the rest of the game is basically the same as what we've talked about. More fishing, more plants, grab water, night comes, take care of the clowns, daylight comes, buy more upgrades, avoid the deer, and if you get enough shiny objects, you can even buy outfits for yourself. And now for beating the game. To beat the game, you have to buy 4 gears and put them on the boat to fix the engine. Each gear costs $800 and you can only carry 2 of them at a time. So you'll buy your 2 gears, take them to the boat, put both of them in, go buy 2 more, put them in, and then you beat the game. Congratulations. Oh shit, wait, let me change this real quick. Let me add this real quick and let me go over here, change it to hell because that's what I went through. Alright, let me make it red real quick. There we go. Alright, it's red. And we'll just plop this over here because this isn't nightmare mode, this is hell. I'm in hell. Wake up quick. You have to see this. Something has appeared in the middle of the farm and it doesn't look good. I think you should go investigate it. Okay, so just like the base game, We grab our seeds and we throw on some clothing just because. And then walking outside, we notice a different atmosphere and different color scheme. But walking down to the middle of the farm where the crow sat last time sits a scarecrow. The scarecrow says, "Oh, finally I see you up close. Did you really think you could just fix your little boat and sail away? My little pet won't let you leave until you complete the challenge I have prepared for you. I wish you luck. You're going to need it. And now, bring me some of those shiny coins." Okay, so the scarecrow wants us to bring him shiny coins and he wants us to do challenges. Other than that, we don't know what's different yet. Except for this deer. There's another deer, but we'll get to him later. We have to explore the farm real quick and figure out what else is different. Starting with the boat because that's our means of escape. So we head down to the boat and we... No. This was a fluke, actually. You know what? This is a fluke. I'm gonna first try this shit. Game, are you fucking... There is no way he comes out right where I'm standing. How am I supposed to avoid this game? Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. Oh, I'm so fucking dumb. I actually just died for a stick. I died for a fucking stick. I am brain dead. What am I doing? I died to grab a fucking stick, dude. Oh my lord. I'm so fucking out of this game. Dude, I don't even know what the fuck happened here. Dude, just kill me. Just fucking kill me, dude. I'm so done with it. Like, what? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, this is fucking massive. Hold on, I'm invincible. Come here, frog. Come here, frog. Look at this. Look at this, frog. Look at this. Look at this fucking idiot. You can't touch me. You can't fucking touch me. What an idiot. You know, to think that this deer and the fucking crawler have been rage baiting me so hard. Oh, here comes the crawler now. Speaking of... I'm actually going to end it all. What the fuck? Okay, so with the death montage out of the way, let's actually go over nightmare mode. The first 3 new things that you see in nightmare mode are the scarecrow, the white deer, and the little pet that the scarecrow mentions that's grabbing the boat. The game doesn't give you a paper describing what the scarecrow is or why it is or anything, so that's kind of open to interpretation. But as for the albino deer, the game describes the albino deer as this. Albino. This albino deer is covered in moss and vines. It doesn't chase me, seeming to follow its own path, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. And the octopus that is holding our boat in place is described as this. Little pet. An octopus lurks near the ship waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Even so, it seems easy to dodge if I move carefully. As far as how game mechanics go now, there are some new things to keep in mind. The scarecrow has challenges that you have to complete now. You have to bring him shiny objects, and for each shiny object he gives you 1 challenge. There are 4 challenges in total, and other than the first one, they are all random. Another key difference is that the shop prices are a little bit different. To refuel your lantern, instead of it costing $24, it now costs $200. Instead of getting lantern upgrades for $120, it now costs you $160. And instead of getting the cog wheels for $800, they now cost you $1,000. And in the normal mode of Pumpkin Panic, you get 2 pets, that being Puddles and Henry. And in nightmare mode, you get 2 more pets, Peanut, the possum, and Squeaky, the bat. And they are both described like this. Peanut. What a curious animal has sneaked into the farm. It seems friendly. Ever since it started following me, I feel full of energy. Squeaky. This bat is very playful. At night, it can screech to alert me of the deer's presence, becoming a valuable ally in the darkness. And lastly, there are two changes to enemies that make Nightmare mode harder, one more so than the other. With the clowns now, whenever they come, you can only hear the music box and it doesn't actually have the visible musical notes that indicate where they are. You have to use directional audio to figure out where the clowns are. And the change that was the bane of my existence and the cause for all of my suffering, the crawler no longer has a warning sign before it comes. Now that's pretty much all of the changes that happened, and the gameplay loop remains the same, so I'm just going to talk you through the strategy that I use to beat Nightmare mode in case you don't want to suffer like I did. First of all, here you can see the door strategy. Normally I use this to just see when the crawler actually leaves since there's no sound for it, but you can also use it to do stuff like this where you can get the deers to transform and then run away and stay inside. But it basically allows you to not have to stay inside for too long and die, because if you stay in for too long, then the shadow comes out, and if the shadow comes out when there's stuff in front of your door, then, you're just dead. So using this helped me get rid of the deer if they walked up to the door and wouldn't leave, and if the crawler was out at the same time, I could bait him into leaving faster. Another strategy that I used was swapping between Peanut in the daytime and Squeaky at night. Peanut gives you faster stamina regeneration, so obviously that's helpful, but it's not so helpful at night whenever sprinting is kind of detrimental when you have the deer that follows you and a deer that walks in a random pattern. So I use Squeaky just to know where the deers were. It basically kind of just pings them every couple minutes if you get too close to them. The unfortunate part is that Squeaky does have a cooldown time, so there were a few runs where I died because Squeaky didn't ping any of the deer just because it was still on its cooldown. The cooldown seems pretty long, but at the same time, I still think that Squeaky is better than Peanut at night, just because Peanut is good for sprinting, but sprinting's kind of a detriment at nighttime when both of those deer just are in the most random places. It really does suck. Also, this game, I don't know if you can see it in the video as much as I could see it while playing. This game is insanely dark, so really just bumping into the deer was not that uncommon, so I just think Squeaky is overall the best choice for nighttime. And as for my nighttime strategy as a whole, before I get any of the lights on, I avoid farming as much as I can and prefer to find the sticks and the dried roots and shiny objects off the ground. That way I can sell them if I need, but I can also find enough to build the fishing rod. I can also find the shiny objects so I can get started on my tasks faster. And later on, whenever I do have my tasks, one of them is getting either dried roots or sticks off of the ground, which you need 16 of them. In the game that I won, I got the dried roots one. So normally at nighttime, I prioritize running around trying to find those instead of harvesting, unless I just didn't need any of the dried roots. And also here you can see something that I forgot to mention, the wandering souls. That is always your first task, is to catch 5 wandering souls. And you can catch them pretty easily. You just sprint a little bit before you contact them, otherwise they run away. But whenever you catch them, they do actually replenish your lantern, which is very helpful considering the very high price that you pay just to refill your lantern's fuel to halfway. And the final strategy that I implemented was a timer for the crawler. I ran some practice runs and tried to get a sort of schedule that the crawler comes out on just to see if it had one, and surprisingly it did. The crawler basically came out every 2 minutes, just about. Basically, from the time that the crawler leaves the first time to the time that it shows up is about 2 minutes, and then so on and so forth. Every time it leaves to the time it shows up again is about 2 minutes, and I timed all of this, and it made my life so much easier. And that's about it. The only other thing to be done is earn money, complete the challenges, and survive. And as far as the challenges go, the first one is always catching wandering souls. The second one will be catching some color of fish. It's random each time, like I said. So the one that I got for this run was orange. And then the collection challenge, either twigs or dried roots. I got the dried roots one. And then harvesting 50 of a certain type of plant. That's all you need to get done. And just do that as fast as you can, survive, and that's how you beat nightmare mode. And that's about it for things that I have to talk about. I encourage all of you to go and play the game for yourself. It's a free game, and I still feel like I got my money's worth out of it. I didn't spend any money. I might as well spend money. Maybe I'll buy one of these plushies that they sell, if they're still available, I guess. But seriously, I played for 14 hours just to beat nightmare mode, essentially. The normal difficulty is pretty easy, so nightmare mode is where I spent most of my time. But just the nightmare mode itself is pretty fun, just learning little tricks and stuff. So yeah, that's about it. I'll show you guys a montage of me beating the game, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, maybe even share it. And with all that said, I love you all. Thank you for being here with me. Bye-bye.